Hi there! Good day! Ito yung discussion ko for cash generating units, yung impairment of assets specific doon sa cash generating units. Okay? Yung discussion natin, much the same pa rin naman yung substance doon sa previous discussion natin sa impairment of assets under PAS 36. The same pa rin naman, meron lang mga konting twist at saka additional concepts na kailangan nating i-consider kasi nga specific asset na to, cash generating units. Okay, so proceed ako sa discussion. Let us define cash generating units. Ano nga ba yung cash generating units? Cash generating units or CGUs, we have it as the smallest group of assets that generate cash inflows for a company from continuing use. These assets are more independent from other assets when it comes to generating cash flows. In practice, okay, sa practice, it can be a department, it could be a product line, it could be an operating segment, or other independent assets. So yung CGU, kailangan lang alalahanin sa CGU, you must consider smallest group of assets. Independent assets that produce cash flows for a company. Okay. So, proceed tayo agad sa recognition ng impairment loss for CGU. Yung recognition natin for impairment loss sa CGU, depende kung yung CGU without goodwill or with goodwill. Okay. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Tignan mo kung yung CGU may kasamang goodwill o wala. Yun lang. Okay. So, unahin natin yung analysis kapag walang goodwill yung CGU. Okay. Specific assets lang. Walang goodwill. So, yung analysis natin, the same pa rin dun sa previous natin na discussions sa impairment. The same analysis pa rin. Carrying amount versus recoverable amount, we have impairment loss yung difference. Sa recoverable amount, the same yung computation, fair value less cost to sell, tsaka value in use, whichever is higher. Okay? Then, yung impairment loss na yan, ipipresent natin sa profit or loss statement. Okay, let's start. Impairment loss. Ano nga ba yung analysis natin ng impairment loss for CGU? Sabi dyan, impairment loss shall be allocated among the individual asset of the CGU on the basis of their carrying amount. Diretso na agad yung hatian doon sa individual asset kasi nga walang goodwill. Okay? So, kapag walang goodwill, yung impairment loss i-allocate agad doon sa individual asset ng CGU. Okay? Again, yung basis carrying amount. Okay. Concept-wise muna tayo. Later na yung example. Okay. How about kapag with goodwill? Kapag yung CGU naman with goodwill, the same pa rin yung ating analysis. Carrying amount versus recoverable amount. Yung recoverable amount, whichever is higher, of fair value less cost to sell and value in use. Then yung difference, impairment loss. Yung impairment loss, in full again yan sa profit or loss. Yun nga lang, yung impairment loss, yung pag-allocate, it shall be allocated first sa amount ng goodwill. Kasi nga may goodwill eh. Kung magkano yung goodwill, ibangga muna doon sa impairment loss. Then, yung excess, kapag may excess pa yung impairment loss over the goodwill, we have it to the individual asset of the CGU on the basis again of carrying amount. So, kung bago yung magiging analysis dyan, impairment loss, bawasan ng goodwill, then yung excess impairment loss, yun yung paghahati-hatian or to be allocated among individual asset of CGU on the basis of carrying amount. Okay? So, yung difference lang ha, goodwill. Yun lang. Wala nang iba. Proceed ako sa example. Okay, Asian Cutie again. Pabenta si Asian Cutie. Okay. On January 1, 2020, Asian Cutie had determined that there are indications showing that its CGU will be subject to impairment. Then binigyan tayo ng mga data. Yung CGU natin, tatlong asset. We have land for 4 million, building, net of accumulated depreciation, or sabihin na lang natin, book value or carrying value agad. 3,500,000 yun. Then yung factory machine, net of accumulated depreciation or carrying value or book value agad, you have 2,500,000. Then other information, bigyan ng fair value ng CGU, 6,550,000. Then selling or disposal cost, we have 120,000. Estimated future cash flows for next 5 years, 10,800,000. Okay, isang bagsakan yung binigay, estimated. Then discount rate, 9%. Then PV factor, using discount rate for 5 years, we have 0.65. Then yung requirements sa atin, dalawa. Compute the impairment loss and the carrying amount of each asset after impairment. So, proceed ako sa pag-solve. Okay? The same analysis again. Carrying amount versus recoverable amount, then impairment loss. Unahin natin si carrying amount. Yung carrying amount, kunin lang yung carrying amounts ng CGU. Okay? Each asset, kasi nga tatlo yung binigay sa atin eh. Land, building, at saka factory machine. Then in total, 4 million plus 3,500,000 plus 2,500,000, we have 10 million. O yan na yung ilagay dyan. Then next, we have recoverable amounts. Unahin natin si fair value less cost to sell. Binigyan tayo ng fair value kanina, 6,550,000. Bawasan niya ng selling cost na 120,000, we can have fair value less cost to sell na 6,430,000. Then ilagay sa ating analysis. Yan. Next, value in use. Value in use, binigyan tayo ng estimated cash flows, 10,800,000. Isang bagsakan. So, isang bagsakan din yung ating PV factor. Okay? Then, we can already have our value in use, multiply lang, 7,020,000. Then, ilagay sa analysis. Then, compare. Whichever is higher, yun yung ilalagay natin, i-compare sa 10 million. So, we have 7,020,000. So, yan, ilagay. Then, we have our impairment loss, 2,980,000. Yung amount na yan, yan na yung ilalagay natin sa profit or loss. Yan yung ating i-represent doon in full. Then, tapos na tayo mag-compute ng impairment loss. Check na yung requirement 1. Yung requirement 2 naman. Okay? Yung carrying amount after taking effect the impairment ng CGU. Okay? Now, to allocate the impairment loss, sabi doon, allocate among the individual asset of the CGU on the basis of their carrying amounts. So, yan yung ating computation kanina. 4 million plus 3,500,000 plus 2,500,000, 10 million. So, gawa tayo ng fraction. Mag-fraction tayo. We have 40 over 100, then 35 over 100, then 25 over 100. Saan nakuha yan? So, yung initials lang ng amounts. 40, 35, 25, then 100. Okay. So, yan yung magiging fractions natin. Then, proceed sa allocation. So, 40 over 100 times 2,980,000, we have 1,192,000. The next, 35 over 100 multiplied by 2,980,000, we have 1,043,000. Then 25 over 100 multiply sa 2,980,000, we can have 745,000. Yan po yung ating allocation. Okay? On the basis of carrying amount. Now, to compute the carrying values for land, 4 million minus 1,192,000, we have 2,808,000. For building, 3,500,000 minus 1,043,000, we have 2,457,000. Then for factory machine, we have 2,500,000 minus 745,000, we have 1,755,000. Kung ito total nyo yan, magto-total yan ng ating recoverable amount na higher na value in use kanina na 7,020,000. Okay? I hope na gets. I hope nahabol ako doon. So, balikan nyo lang yung paano na-solve, paano inanalyze natin yung uh, impairment for CGU without goodwill. Simple lang naman, walang problema. Okay, next. I-assume natin na yung CGU with goodwill. Okay. Then assume tayo na yung goodwill 1 mil yon. The same pa rin yung magiging analysis natin. Carrying amount versus recoverable amount, then impairment loss. Okay. Unahin natin si carrying amount. Carrying amount, since meron na tayong goodwill, hindi lang yung land, hindi lang yung building, hindi lang yung factory machine. Kasama si goodwill. I-total silang lahat, we have 11 million. Okay? So yan, 11 million yung ilagay dyan. Then recoverable amounts. Unahin natin si fair value less cost to sell. The same pa rin yung competition kanina. 6,430,000. So ilagay sa analysis. Next, value in use. The same pa rin yung competition kanina. Okay? We have 7,020,000. Yan, ilagay sa analysis. Compare whichever is higher. Proceed. 7,020,000. So, compare with 11 million, our impairment loss, we have 3,980,000. Yung amount na yan, i-represent in full doon sa profit or loss statement. Okay? So, okay na yung ating requirement. Number 1. So, next naman, to allocate the impairment loss. So, ganito yung twist. Kasi nga may goodwill. Yung total impairment loss natin na 3,980,000, you have to deduct first goodwill na 1 million. Then yung excess na impairment loss na 2,980,000, yan yung i-allocate among individual asset of CGU on the basis again of carrying amount or carrying values. Okay? So, the same computation kanina, we have 10 million. Gawa tayo ng fraction on the initials ng ating carrying amounts, then do the math. 40 over 100 times 2,980,000. We have 1,192,000. Then, proceed. 35 over 100 times 2,980,000, we have 1,043,000. Then 25 over 100 times 2,980,000, we have 745,000. Then compute the carrying values or carrying amounts. For land, the same pa rin, 2,808,000. Building, the same pa rin, 2,457,000. Then sa factory machine, the same pa rin, 1,755,000. Total pa rin yan, babalik tayo doon sa ating recoverable amount na value in use. Kasi siya yung higher. Okay? Tapos na. I hope nahabol nyo, naintindihan nyo, or nagets nyo yung discussion natin sa impairment ng cash generating units. Pwede namang i-replay ng i-replay ng i-replay. Okay. Yung next topic ko at last video discussion for impairment sa past 36, we have reversal naman ng impairment loss. Sir, pwede bang i-reverse yung impairment loss? Pwede. Okay? Malalaman niyo yan doon sa next video discussion. Okay. Thank you and good day.